Got pain, got weakness, got decreased flexibility, you probably have scar tissue. What's up, everybody? I'm Dr. Matt Maggio, and I am the creator of the Peak Method and the founder of the Soft Tissue Revolution. And I'm on a mission to solve the pain pill epidemic and make chronic injuries obsolete. In this video, I want to talk about the most common, the most underdiagnosed, and most fixable problem in the human body that's causing pain, decreased flexibility, and weakness. It's called scar tissue. So we want to go into why injuries happen. When most people think scar tissue, they think they've had to have like some type of trauma, an accident, a fall, or some type of like deeper injury. But you actually get scar tissue from chronic repetitive overuse. And we see that in people that have to sit for a long time and spend time in a really prolonged posture. Now, over here we have a nice pictograph of what happens with scar tissue and how it forms. Over here is healthy tissue. It looks really good. The muscles are really lined up. Then what happens when the muscle is getting overworked, overstretched, it doesn't get enough blood and oxygen. So it actually sends a signal to the brain and says, hey, there's an injury here. So the body starts to create some inflammation. And during that process, it lays down some more scar tissue. It's trying to buffer that area, and it builds up over time. And as that area starts to heal, it starts to look like this, and it just looks very discombobulated, doesn't look really good. And that scar tissue builds up over time and leads to decreased flexibility, pain, and weakness. Now we're going to take a journey over to the whiteboard and explain what happens with scar tissue and how to actually get it fixed. So my practitioners, they are specialists at finding and fixing scar tissue. As I said before, it is the most common cause of decreased flexibility, pain, and weakness, and it's also the most underdiagnosed. But the beauty is it's completely fixable with trained practitioners. So you think of your muscle just has one job. It just needs to stretch and contract. Over the years, with bad posture, bad diet, lack of movement, lack of exercise, your muscles get overworked and they don't get enough blood and oxygen. So over time, this scar tissue builds up in the muscle. Think of it as like plaque of your teeth that builds up. And when that scar tissue gets in there, it's like glue that gets inside the muscle, and it makes it really hard for the muscle to stretch and contract how it's supposed to. It leads to lots of pain, decreased flexibility, and a lot of weakness. Now, the beauty of scar tissue is it is completely reversible with expert diagnosis and expert treatment. So when you have that scar tissue in there, think of it as it's sitting on the muscle and it's like somebody poured glue in there. And what my practitioners are trained in is they're able to get in there very precise and very focused with the use of an instrument and their hands. And over a series of visits, they're able to get rid of all that scar tissue. As they do that, the muscles become healthier, they become stronger, and they become more flexible. This leads to long-lasting pain relief. Now, the thing about scar tissue, we're going to bring it back in here, is everybody's talking about it, but nobody's really fixing it. In order to break that scar tissue down, it needs two components. It needs a depth component and it needs a tension component. And usually what happens is people go too deep on it and they just put pressure straight down on it and then they rub that area. But in order to break that scar tissue down, you need proper depth and proper tension. That tension is what breaks it down. I always give this analogy. Think of a rubber band. I can put a rubber band on the floor. I can jump on it. I can drive it over with a car. I can do a lot of things to it and it's not going to break. In order to break that scar tissue down, it needs tension. Tension is what actually breaks it down. So people will go get a deep tissue massage. They think it's doing something, but it's not really helping. You actually have to get tension on that and have the practitioner move you through a full range of motion. And that's what my practitioners are trained in the Peak Method. So if you're suffering, you've been in pain, you've seen lots of other practitioners, and you're not any better, it's because they missed scar tissue. There are people out there that can help you, and if you need help, send us a message and we will get you in contact with one of our practitioners that are all over the country and get you some results and get you long-lasting results and get you feeling better so you can be out of pain and go back to kicking ass in life. So if you like this video and it helped you, or you need some help, send us a message. We're always here to help. If someone out there you know has been dealing with pain for too long and hasn't got any real results, have them send us a message. We're always here to help. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.